Hey guys, Wayne here. I am heading to work this morning, so I wanted to give you guys some information, some things that have changed. But first I wanted to say, a lot of people have been asking me what's wrong. Apparently, I don't hide things very well. I try to, but I don't. And the only thing I really will say is that I have been going through something the last few weeks, and I really just don't want to talk about it. But what I will say is I'm okay. You know, it's a life-changing event, and it is it's probably going to be permanent. So it's just something that I have to adjust to. And it is a huge adjustment, and the only thing that'll help is time. It'll just take time. And I'm not telling you guys this because I want anything in return, because I don't. The only thing that I would request from you is prayer. That's it. I'm going to be okay. It's just going to be an adjustment. And that's really all that I want to say about it, to be honest with you. You know, we live in a great community, and people want to help. They really do. But really, in this situation, it's just going to take some time. So I want to thank you all for your concern. It really does feel good that there are people out there that, you know, even complete strangers, that care enough about me to ask me, you know, what's wrong? You haven't been yourself. And I try to mask it with humor, and people see right through that. I mean, they really do, because I don't know how to. I don't know how not to wear it on my sleeve. You know, I've always been that type of person. I try to hide it, but the more I hide it, the more apparent it becomes. So, but I'm doing okay. All I need is prayer, and we'll get through this. Everything will be fine. Eventually, you know, I'm still going to do my videos. I haven't been putting out as many lately, not as many as I want to anyhow, but you know, we'll get there. It's going to be okay. So I want to thank you all for your concern, and thank you all for caring enough to ask me, and it's going to be all right. I finally got my P.O. box situation figured out. The post office that I was going through was, I don't know, just horrible. I mean, I just have a horrible post office. And not so much the mail carriers. The mail carriers are really nice. But the post office, the actual administration inside the post office is like, gosh almighty. It's crazy. So I went to another post office and got the P.O. box, and I put that down below. So we're going to get our recipe thing back up and running. I think it's going to be much better. People were sending the recipes in, and they were getting kicked back to them. People would send me stuff to my home address, and it would get kicked back to them. So I've got it, hopefully, all straightened out. I think I've got it all straightened out anyhow. So we can start up our recipe. I don't want to call it a challenge, because there's not really any challenges. If you have a recipe, I don't care what it is, and I don't care what part of the world you're in, send me a recipe to my P.O. box, which is P.O. Box 640, Wheelersburg, Ohio 45694. Send me a recipe, and what I'm going to do is build a book of recipes that was sent in by the viewers on YouTube. And it's going to, I don't know how big it's going to get. You know, I could have a huge big old book, and then I'm going to pick a few of them out to make. And really, believe me, the weirder the better. You know, the guys at work make fun of me all the time, because they said, you know what, you'll eat almost anything, won't you? I said, I won't eat possum, and I won't eat crow. Everything else, I guess it all depends on what it is. But the weirder the better, and if I can make it. Now obviously, if you're sending me recipes from over in Asia, I might not be able to come up with the ingredients here in the States, but you know, I'm willing to try it. So send me a recipe, and send me as many as you want. You know, there's no limit. I'll check the P.O. box once or twice a week on my way home from work, because actually, you know, I drive right past that town every day, twice a day, so I can check that P.O. box whenever, but I probably will only check it once or twice a week. So yeah, send me the recipes, and we'll get that book together. I plan on making it really a really nice book, and I might even excuse me, I might even give it away in a giveaway, you know, after of course I get all the recipes. But anyone that knows me knows I love to eat. I wouldn't get this fat if I didn't. So send me your recipes. P.O. box should be working fine now. Speaking of being fat, I have had just about enough of letting myself go. I'm really tired of being sluggish, lethargic. Not to mention this, ever since I've lost the 35 pounds that I lost, I've had this god-awful pain in my back. I went to the chiropractor. He said I was carrying my weight differently. I said, okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. He said the only thing that'll really fix it is for you to lose weight, more weight. And I've really been trying. I have been counting my calories as much as possible. I've quit drinking pop. I'm not as active as I need to be, but it's hard to get the time to go to the gym or go walking or anything like that. But I'm gonna start. Well, yesterday my pain was absolutely brutal, and it was so bad that I couldn't lift up my right shoulder. I said, man, I've got to go get a second opinion from a medical doctor. I have to. And I know people out there are going to give me crap because I went to the hospital, but listen, I've got a job to do, and if I can't do my job at work, then I don't make a living, and that's just not acceptable to me. So I had to break down and go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. They took x-rays. Turns out I have got what's called bursitis. I think that's what they said. Well, what it is there are these fluid-filled pockets right around your shoulder blades, and they act as shock absorbers for your body. And mine are inflamed and swollen, and that's what's causing my severe pain. And I asked him if it had to do with my weight, and he said probably 50-50. He said I've probably strained it and not realized I've strained it, and he said that your weight does have a lot to do with it. He said, but if you lost 35 pounds, that should help. So my goal is to lose at least another 30 pounds and start building some muscle tone. Not so much because I want to look like, you know, look like a muscle man or anything like that. It's mainly because I need to build muscle tone so I don't injure myself. As I'm getting older, you know, I can't do the things I used to do 10 years ago. And I know in another 10 years from now, it's going to get even worse. So if I build some muscle tone and some upper body strength, hopefully I won't re-injure anything and feel as bad as I do. So that's what I'm doing. Thing is, though, it's going to be hard. You know, I lost that 35 pounds pretty quick because stress had a lot to do with it, but also I quit drinking pop, which, you know, that obviously is going to just shed the pounds. So I really, you know, I'm trying to get my eating under control, but it's really hard. And I honest to God think I have a food addiction. I've said this before, but I honest to God think I have a food addiction because I will eat and eat and eat and eat until I am so full that I get sick. And I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why I do that. I love the taste of food. And I'm not an alcoholic, but I could almost understand what they go through when it comes to alcohol, because I love the taste of food so much that I don't care that it's making me sick, because I just want to eat it. And that just, you know, people look at me and they think, oh, he's just a slobby fat guy that can't control himself. And that's what they want to think, fine, but I really do want to lose weight. So, I don't know. It's going to be a process. It's going to take time. My friend Jane Oil says I'm one of the most impatient people in the world, which is probably true. So I don't have a whole lot of patience, which is really bad. I really need to get some. So this is going to be a process. I plan on really starting next week. And the only reason is next week I should have more money and more time. I'm going to join a gym, a good gym that my dad turned me on to, that will accept cash payments instead of having to go through your bank and all that crap. And it's open 24/7, so I can go anytime I need to. You know, I can get up early and go before work, or I can go after work any time of the day or night. And that'll be good, especially getting closer to winter. If anybody out there has any ideas of the best way to burn fat before I start working on my muscle tone. Sorry about that, guys. The sun's brutal today. I want to burn fat first and then build my muscle tone, or do I have to do it both at the same time? Because I really don't know. I mean, I've been fat for 10 years now. Probably longer than that, and so I don't know how to work out. I don't know how to do it without hurting myself. I don't know how to do it the right way, the proper way. I was just going to go and run on the treadmill or the elliptical or whatever and build some cardio up, get my heart pumping and get my calories burning. Also, I'm going to work on my food consumption. I don't know how to deal with the eating in moderation. I don't know how to do that yet, because I don't want to take pills. I want to do it, you know, as naturally as possible. So, I don't know. Send me your ideas. Email them to me at waynesHomestead@yahoo.com. I don't know. It's going to be a process. There's a lot of people out there that I'll tell you what I'd love to do, and I've heard bad things about it. The Atkins diet, where you eat nothing but meat. I'll eat meat all day long. If I could have as much meat as I want, I'll do that all day long. Trust me. I mean, fish, chicken, beef, deer, rabbit. Sign me up, man. But, yeah, that's pretty much my, I guess you could call it my vlog for the day. It is been a rough couple of weeks, but things will get better. Time heals all wounds. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for being patient with me on my videos. I will get more out. I am going to start doing projects. The weather is getting a lot cooler. Every day we get closer and closer to winter. So I'll be able to get out and actually do stuff when it's not blistering hot outside. So, and of course, I'll take you guys along with me. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your recipes in advance. The P.O. Box will be down below. Thank you to all my new subscribers from Jane Oil's channel. That live chat was a blast. I had a really good time. I hope to do it again sometime. So, thanks everyone, and I'll talk to you next time. One quick thing before I go is, people have asked where my intro and outros are. My computer gave up the ghost on me, and I lost all of that. It was saved on the computer. I had to reload it and lost all of it. So I'm going to make new ones, but you'll have to bear with me. But that's what happened to those. I am going to make some new ones with some new pictures and stuff like that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that before I went. All right. Talk to you next time.